funny there, he's saying about, well, if I don't win another match, you know, it's all good. He hates losing. That's one of the great secrets to his success, and he will want to win this match and get on a run in the Scottish Open. Karen Wilson against Mustafa Dorgan is the main match on table 2. Robert Milkins, Mark Davis, table 3, and Anthony McGill, of course, one of Scotland's professionals, up against Oliver Lyons on table 4. Gary Wilson there on the signage. Did win earlier today, the defending champion. We saw Luca Brissell, of course, but defeats for Sean Murphy, Mark Williams, Barry Hawkins, Hussein Vafai. So some of the big hitters were defeated. This would be a big upset, I think. Sidney Wilson not currently on the tour. He hasn't been for a few years now. But one opportunity for him to show us what he can do here. So Judd Trump comes to the Scottish Open off the back of a wonderful season so far. 3 ranking titles, including the first 2 Home Nations events, the English and Northern Ireland Opens. He was runner-up at the Champion of Champions. He was a semi-finalist at the UK Championship. So he really has been going deep in pretty much every event. He starts out here in Edinburgh against Sidney Wilson, 33 years of age, from Southend. He got to the penultimate round of both of the Q School events, so he didn't get on the tour, but he's high up the top-up list, and this is actually his 6th ranking event he's played in this season. But they don't come much tougher, Joe, than this one, Judd Trump.
Yeah, what a match for him to be playing in against such an informed player as Judd Trump. They have played before, once before. It's 8 years ago now. And Trump won 4-2 on that occasion. I suppose you can get easier draws than this, Sidney.
That's an understatement. And I tell you what, it doesn't get any easier, actually, in the next round. Zhang Anda is waiting. Now, you might wonder why, because he's world number 13, but the qualifying and therefore the seedings was done back in October. That was before he won that international championship. But if, say, Trump does come through, as he's expected to, he's going to be playing someone who's played in a final already this season. I know one thing as well. I bet World Snooker Tour are pleased they got rid of that £1 million bonus for winning all 4 Home Nations events, because Trump's halfway there, isn't he?
Yeah, somebody would have been sweating. Well, he could have took the red on down the left side of the table there, Trump, but he's showing respect to Sidney, playing the safety instead of the pot. And by playing the cue ball to the left side of the table, made things a little bit more difficult. Not sure if he can clip the red that's next to the pink, closest to the pink. But if not, then he's got to put something on the cue ball here. Maybe a lot of right-hand side to avoid the reds, but no, he's playing a screw shot. Played the plant. And he wasn't far away either. Good cue par, that, from Sidney Wilson.
Well, it was a bit Trump-esque, wasn't it? In a way, screwing back.
Had it been Trump facing that shot, I would have probably predicted that, but I didn't predict it for Sidney. So, well, that was a very risky shot to take on. So, Sidney with a chance here.
The last thing Trump wanted to do, actually, is hand him a straightforward chance to get going, because he knows the lack of experience on TV tables and all the rest of it. What he needs is kind of an easy starter. Easy-ish.
Well, the pot not too difficult, obviously, but the cannon to the black, or to try and miss the black, is another thing. He might just try and push the black towards that right corner pocket. Also got this red to the middle that he's looking at. Less danger with that one, I suppose. Could have done without the kiss, and he needs to be making more than 1 point when he gets a nice lead like that. He chose to play the red to the middle, but it looked like the cue ball was always going into the yellow. Caught it nearly full. So maybe he should have taken the red to the left corner, pushed the black towards the corner.
Yellow ball. Sydney Wilson won.
This is one Home Nations event Judd Trump hasn't won, and he's been in a couple of semi-finals but yet to reach a final, but looking to just end the year with yet more silverware. Very relaxed in that interview with Alan McManus. Well, I tell you what, he's been lucky there. He's gone in off. He could have left him right in.
Yeah, he caught the second red below the pink. Just look at this again. He was trying to swing the red cue ball past those reds, but caught it just a little bit too thin. And as David said, very fortunate that the cue ball went in off.
Yeah, just thinking how relaxed he looked in that interview with Alan, but sometimes you can be a bit too relaxed, maybe. I'm sure as this match continues, he'll knuckle down.
Well, he's no different from every other player. He needs confidence playing this game. He spotted a possible plant there, but may have to play the other two reds onto that possible plant. This isn't straightforward. Yeah, good shot. Well, just overscrewed for the pink, but he's on the blue. Well spotted.
Day one, it's been well attended all day. It's been a great day to have a ticket with so many top players in action. Second year at the Meadowbank Centre.
Well, just looking at the shot that Sydney played there, that wasn't a good positional shot. Anywhere down the right side of the table, and he's got the red that's closest to the right corner. But by screwing the cue ball to the left side of the table, well, I'm just not sure what red he played for. Yep, he can get this red, but it's very awkward to get position. You need to be making things easy for yourself when you're playing this game. Just what he didn't want to do. Now, what can Trump do? He's got an easy red to the right corner. The black is free. Don't think he can get to it this time round. Well, maybe he can. So, well, a chance now for Trump. And that's simply because Sydney played a poor positional shot when he was nicely on the blue.
Well, of course, we talk about seasons rather than calendar years, but well, this was the positional shot. Yeah, one of the issues for Wilson is the table. You know, he's not used to these lightning fast tables playing amateur snooker. But Trump, as I say, we don't talk about calendar years, but the fact is he started 2023 by winning the Masters, and he was said to have had a bad season. But that's what kind of knew he was going to make it, and he did. He set the high break target, 142, and he's 2 frames away from the second round.
Well, he says he likes to show off, and it's little shots like that that I feel that you've got to mention, because it's so unorthodox to play it off those 2 cushions. No. Oh, wonderful. And played it with a lot of screw on the cue ball to try and come down for these 3 reds closest together.
18.
Another wonderful shot there from Trump. Well, he didn't get the kiss full enough to stay on the pink and black. So if he can see either of those shots, it's going to be tough. So time to play one of those weird shots. It's called a safety. So Sydney is delighted that Trump has broken down. At least he gets another shot in this frame. Well, he hasn't. Well, I don't know if he did hold his hand up or just... But I think he played that because the cue ball is nowhere near the baulk cushion for the safety. Wasn't a natural plant, that's for sure.
Well, he's been kind of just watching on, hasn't he, tonight? But this is another chance. He did have a few, of course, certainly in frame 1. Well, this is really a very good chance. And if he can get rid of one of those reds near the pink spot, then play for the pink. Not sure if he can hold for those 2 reds, but it will make break building easier if he could get rid of one of those 2 reds. Just in between both of them, isn't it?
9.
Too far for one, not far enough for the other. And that was a good red to get rid of. Now, if he does play for the pink off one of these next reds, it would be free. He's a little hesitant to use the rest. He's looking at the easier red to the left corner. He's missed 2 with the rest. And that make that 3.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't want to play it, did he? But he did, and he's missed it. So another chance goes begging.
Yeah, he needs some rest practice. If I were his coach, that's all he'd play tomorrow. So Trump in again, bringing reds off the cushion. Doesn't need the black, which is tied up.
Must be so nice to come here with nothing to prove. There's various players who are trying to get in the World Grand Prix. There's players trying to sort of stay in the top 16. There's tour survival in the air for players low down the list. None of that for Trump. I suppose the only issue for him is he wants to move closer to the world #1 spot. But in terms of winning titles, he's got nothing to prove. If he bowed out early, you know, it wouldn't really register that much. Obviously, he's got a chance to win another title, which is what he's looking at. He's up to 26 now in terms of ranking events. He's gone past Mark Williams on the list. He's only 2 behind Steve Davis.
Well, he's still got age on his side, hasn't he? So every chance of being the best ever. The highest number of ranking events. Long way to go, but he's young enough.
Problem is the older players keep winning them, don't they? Ronnie O'Sullivan won the UK Championship. Mark Williams won the British Open. He has gone past Williams, as I said.
17.
But Ronnie now on 40. In front, won't need the red tied up with the black.
24.
And won't need the red on the cushion, actually.
Yep, another pink off this red. And Sydney will need snookers.
31.
So nothing fancy with this red, just drop it in, make sure of it. It's just one snooker at the moment.
Well, again, Sydney Wilson did have a scoring chance, but missed that red with the rest that we saw earlier on, and it's cost him.
Brown ball.
Now then, what sort of shots are he going to play here?
Look at this. What a great attempt. Terrific brown, and nearly got a very good cannon.
42.
What about a double then? Wait for it.
Judd from 42. And the frame.
Well, the frame goes to Judd Trump, and we've only been going 33 minutes. He's already on the cusp of victory here. He leads Sydney Wilson in Edinburgh by 3 frames to 0. Well, this afternoon we saw Sam Craigie come from 3-0 down to beat Mark Williams 4-3, but this would be extraordinary now if Sydney Wilson could turn this around. Trump has just looked so confident this evening. Of course, the 1-4-2 total clearance in frame 2, the highlight so far. It'd be, if he does come through, clearly it will be a lot tougher tomorrow against Zhang Anda, one of the players of the season, the most improved player on the circuit.
Yeah, that's the thing with snooker, though. No matter who you are, if you can get in, open the balls up and win the frame in one visit, the opponent could be anybody sat in the chair. And Trump's showing how well he's playing at the moment. He's full of confidence, you can see that. Just wants to get into those reds and win the frame every time at one visit.
Remember, the next match on this table will be John Higgins against Oliver Brown. Higgins was runner-up in the first Scottish Open in the home nations, Timoko Fu. Well, there you go, clean as a whistle. Just slightly lost the white.
Yeah, which could be to his advantage. If he goes into the reds, he could play for the loose one. He's looking at going into them now. I'm not sure if he could hold for that loose red if he just drops it in, so maybe just try and catch that end red, which is what he was looking at. Now, does it pass the pink?
8.
Not on this table. Not sure if that red by the pink spot will go into the right corner. I think he's looking at the safety.
Judd from 8.
Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from Sidney Wilson. Didn't quite hold that cue ball for the green into the yellow pocket, but that was clean, wasn't it? Great shot. Deserved more than 1 point, that shot.
Green ball.
Just on the other matches this evening, Karen Wilson being held to 1 each by Mustafa Dorgum, Egyptian player. Oliver Lyon
Well, it was a half chance, but you've got to cover the other reds if you're going to go for those difficult shots. And Trump with a similar type of shot, but his goes in. No need to go into them just yet either. You could leave an angle on this next red to open the reds up with the pink and the blue sat there waiting. If this shot goes right, it could be Sidney Wilson's last shot. Oh, very nearly missed the red.
9.
But he's done what I said, open the reds on the pink.
Yeah, there was a sort of ooh in the audience there, but the red went in. He wouldn't dare not, I think, at the moment. And Trump has his chance to get it won. He was always a heavy favourite, of course, coming in. But you have to get the job done. And
15.
It's a bit of a statement for all the other players watching that Trump has not yet checked out for Christmas. He's come here to Edinburgh determined to win another title. I thought of the 3 that he won in a row. He played his best actually in Belfast, the 3rd of them. There were several matches there. He had to rally from behind. And also, stamina was an issue, I guess, by then, all the snooker he'd played, but he was superb. Of course, in the end, won the final quite comfortably against Chris Wakelin, but there were a few matches along the way where he had to fight back in.
Third one. Two.
Well, he could decide to give them a little touch here, those reds. He'd be guaranteed to be on the red to the left middle if he's not on any of the easy reds. Easy enough to play for the loose reds from this pink. Let's just see what he plays. Yeah, that's the shot that I thought he would have played. It could have been kinder, though.
38.
Just lost the cue ball with all the topspin that he had on it. And he played it just a touch slower. They would have still split nicely, but he'd have been closer to the red to the middle. As it is, it's not easy, this. Doesn't really want to play the safety, but he's got a 45-point lead. Well, he's debating whether to play this red to the middle, but very awkward cueing. And that was the problem. It was such a difficult shot to play, and he was almost guaranteed to leave Sydney with a chance if he missed it.
Yeah, I just think he wants more centuries. I think that's what on his mind. He had a chance for one there. Maybe feels that, you know, his opponent has struggled, and even if he leaves him in, he won't punish him. We'll see. Can happen.
Well, it's happened many times to Trump himself. I know that he's been in front many times with players and just gone for that one shot to please the crowd, maybe, and he's finished up losing the match. Big ask, though, for Sydney. It starts with a good pot.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to see him put something together, wouldn't it? You know, it's been a bit of a bruising evening so far. His highest break only 12 up to now. He actually, when he was a young lad, had coaching from Vic Harris, who was a bit of a legend in the Essex snooker scene.
Nine.
Reached a highest ranking of 80th when he was on the tour. That was back in 2016. And as I say, he did well in the Q School. He got to the penultimate round of both events earlier this year. Oh dear.
Good shot.
Good shot, he says, rather sarcastically. Kind of sums up his evening, really. The thing is, this isn't the Q School. This is the big league. And he has struggled. He'll be the first to admit it.
Yeah, I just felt for him a little bit there, because that's a shot that he would never miss in practice. I know you could argue this isn't practice, but you still wouldn't expect him to miss that kind of shot. Oh, look at that for a shot. Bridging over the balls and just strikes it into the corner pocket as though it's easy.
Sidney Wilson applauding. The thing is, I mean, that was a great shot from Trump, but coming out here, big crowd, table one, live TV, you know, the quick table, it's all second nature to him. Whereas obviously Sidney Wilson, it isn't.
Seven.
Yeah, he's certainly out of his comfort zone, isn't he, Sidney Wilson? I suppose it's all experience for him.
14.
A little cannon to pink. And he'd be on the red to the right corner.
The black is match ball.
Yeah, made sure of it.
Well, it's been a short
22.
evening for Judd Trump. This match, 46 minutes, and whatever's left now, we may see a few shots here before this is over to entertain the crowd.
29.
Yeah, anything could be about to happen now. Because he can't make the ton, obviously, so it's about whatever he wants to play here.
Well, that was a bit ordinary, wasn't it? And yeah, you can expect
31.
anything.
Two.
Well, I hope our camera operator is okay, because that was perilously close. But Judd Trump is certainly okay, because in 47 minutes, he's booked his place in the last 64 of the Scottish Open, looking for one more trophy in 2023. It was a pretty bruising night for Sidney Wilson. Trump the winner, 4-0.